Here we are. There it is.
Oh, that's beautiful batting.
Got another one. The pressure mounts. Simple catch. Outstanding.
A 179-run partnership for the sixth wicket between Pathum Nissanka with a test match 100 on debut and Niroshan Dickwella in short pole position for Sri Lanka. Even though individual landmarks didn't come to all, the wicket at the end of the day for Sri Lanka was brilliant. A significant day for Sri Lankan cricket in this test match. The West Indies 34 for 1 in their second innings. Craig Brathwaite on 8 and Nkrumah Bonner on 15. John Campbell, the wicket to fall late on day 4. That wicket went to Vishwa Fernando, 1 for 21 for him. And so much to do, so much more action to take place on the final day of this first Sandals Test match. The West Indies theoretically need 341 to win. Sri Lanka need 9 wickets.
First ball of day 5 will be bowled by Suranga Lakmal. Here he goes. Loud appeal. Just losing his footing, Craig Brathwaite. Niroshan Dickwella sharing his view with his captain, Karunaratne. They lost the review yesterday.
2 seconds. Time.
No time left.
All that convinced, some of them were, really came off the thigh pad. Of course, you know, as cricketers, and you hear a sound and it's close to the bat, you're going to go up.
Closer line, just enticing Bonner to play.
Very, very good delivery. Just left Bonner slightly. He had to play. And that's the quality of Lakmal.
Went for the pull. Luckily for Nkrumah Bonner, it flew over the wicketkeeper. He gets a boundary and releases the pressure a bit.
Probably didn't expect it. The short delivery in Nkrumah Bonner. Looking to get on the front foot. Wasn't in control at all. Another adjustment again. Now what? The fly slip. Now this is interesting. This is interesting, DG Ganga.
Very much so. I don't think I've ever seen this in Test match cricket. As expected, he went with that good length delivery. 47 for 1. Late call. Makes it safely in the end. Brathwaite, he looked switched on.
I reckon that was a little bit risky. The call was late and Nkrumah Bonner wasn't really ready for that. He was looking back, ball watching. So that would have been a bit risky. This.
Flies through that third slip region. Created the opportunity for a wicket, but no fielders there. .52 for 1.
good full pitch delivery. Edged the way past that vacant first slip position.
Watch for the short ball attack here as well, because there are 3 men deep square and behind square. And there is no doubt that Bonner would have seen that field set and would have perhaps been expecting a shorter length right of your screen.
Good ball and good thinking. Bonner was thinking about the short delivery and he got the perfect pitch.
Good aggressive running, showing some purpose, some intent this morning.
Over.
Was their boot on that one? Embeldinia tried to stop the ball. The umpire will have to check again. And he goes for some assistance.
Keep rock and roll that. Yeah. Yes, waiting for another angle to confirm that he made contact with the boot. Keep rolling. Yeah, need something better than that. Keep rolling. Anything else to confirm that he made contact with the boot? That doesn't help. Front tournament. Yes, I saw a little deviation there. Just rock and roll that with the boot. A little, yes, a deviation there. Made contact with the boot. Let me have your best side on angle now. Okay, bats up, bats in the air, bats grounded, wickets broken. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. My decision for the big screen is not out. Repeat, not out.
Full toss, thank you. And they won't stop it. A boundary for Bonner.
Very important as a batsman when you have to bat time and you get a delivery like this one, that you put it away. Add 4 to your score. Just keeps you more interested as you bat further into the day. Goes through it. Just as you were speaking about the impact of spinners, Lasset Embeldinia makes the critical breakthrough for Sri Lanka, and that of the captain Craig Brathwaite, who has been quite resolute throughout. A special delivery. Advances through the gate and knocks back the stumps. Really important breakthrough for Sri Lanka. Craig Brathwaite goes for 23. The West Indies now 78 for 2.
Plata, quicker delivery. Carl Mays had to hustle down on that one.
Well kept out. 4 maidens on the trot from the Sri Lankans, 83 for 2.
Short delivery. And Kumabona shaped up to pull and then bailed out at the last moment.
And he's used that short delivery, Chamira, quite judiciously. Crunched by Nkrumah Bonner, in control, authoritative, gets the boundary.
Certainly was looking for the short delivery.
That one middle.
Pitch short by Chimera. Didn't bounce enough. Just level off to about waist high and was smacked to a wideish mid on for 4.
Quick single. He gets his 50. Another landmark for Nkrumah Bonner. His 3rd test match half century in only his 6th test match innings. So he's shown consistency, shown maturity, and certainly shown responsibility. The final delivery. Safely negotiated by Nkrumah Bonner. And that's lunch on day 5. West Indies close on 91 for 2. Just the 1 wicket falling in this session, that of the captain Craig Brathwaite. And West Indies will feel the happier of the 2 teams. Still a lot of work to be done in this test match. If they had to hang on for a draw, Mickey Arthur would still be thinking just 8 good deliveries. 1 wicket, 57 runs in 28 overs is what we've had so far. West Indies in their 2nd innings. John Campbell dismissed yesterday evening. Craig Brathwaite this morning for 23. Nkrumah Bonner and Cal Mears are not all batsmen. Partnership of only 13. The bowlers for Sri Lanka, they've tried, they've all toiled in that morning session. A wicket for Vishwa Fernando yesterday evening. Lasset Embaldinia got the breakthrough, the solitary wicket in this session. 1 for 9 in 10 overs. The other bowlers have tried their very best to no avail just yet. And this is where we stand at the moment. The West Indies, 91 for 2, still 284 runs away, but more importantly, 8 wickets in hand. 8 wickets in hand as they strive to hold on.
Close. Goes for it.
TV umpire to director. We have a players review for LBW. The original decision is not out. It's a front fair delivery. Can we go to front on spin vision? Can you rock and roll that? Keep rolling. Okay. Can I get ultra edge to confirm whether bat involved? Ultra edge coming up. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Flat line as the ball passes the bat. Can we have ball tracking when it's available? Waiting on ball tracking. Ball tracking building. Ball tracking coming up. It's pitching outside leg. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Can we go back to the on-field umpire? Joel, stay with your not out decision. You're on screen out.
Such a well-controlled shot.
Calmez scoring yet again in his strong area. When he scored that double century, that was his most productive scoring area through the covers. Advocated for a guy to be catching short cover. Might have gone straight to him.
Leg buys signaled by Gregory Brathwaite. Good short ball. Really good short ball from Dushmanta Chimera.
Found himself in an awkward position, Calmez. We saw that in the previous delivery as well. Both shoulders facing the bowler pretty much. Not the best way to play fast, short pitch bowling. You want to stay side on. Edged. Goes away down towards the third man boundary. And gets there. For Twitter's boundary. For Calmez.
Look as if you got a little bit of bounce. Didn't win the hand, so you can't call it a chance, but streaky.
on the ball, eh?
Powerfully swept away from Nkrumah Bonner. Goes the distance. First 6 of the innings for him.
Well, he certainly hit it well. Change the angle. Didn't change his intention. And Nkrumah Bonner, that came off the bat sweetly. And there's no fielder place in the deep, so it wasn't taking a risk.
Chance for a run out here. Confusion. He gets back safely. All's well that ends well. 125 for 2. Last ball of the previous over. Calmez ball watching, not interested. No need for a run out at this stage. Edged away, goes into the gap, another boundary for Nkrumah Bonner. Not in control, but he'll take them.
Good delivery from Fernando, finding the edge, but just one slip in place. Went to probably where a second slip would have been. And 4 runs for Nkrumah Bonner. A second slip would have been able to take that smartly.
4 buys. An awkward bounce for Niroshan Dikwela. Wasn't able to handle it. Just bounced in front of him.
Very awkward, the bounce just in front of him. Taking evasive action in the end. Dikwela not having the best of time with those balls just dropping just in front of him. He'll be advised to take a step or two up. It's best if you try to catch them on the full, even if it's low. Pulling his fingers across the seam a little bit, probably taking pace off the ball.
Yeah, look, he's got it away there. Another boundary. Runs flowing reasonably well for the Windies today. 143 for 2. That's a gorgeous shot. Fielder trying to run it down. I think he does. Captain himself, his ears must have been burning. 3 runs.
Come on, Abby. Come on, Abby. Kagam.
Oh, that's gorgeous. It would be hard work for the fielder to make it. Looking very comfortable, Kyle Mayers. A beautiful boundary.
It was an attractive shot. What Mbaldenia was trying to do was to get the ball into the footmarks outside the off stump. I think he just missed the dark spot where the bowler has been following through.
Finds the gap. Kalmeers picks up another 2. Moves on to 45. 164 for 2.
Overboard. Come on, ball.
Work to the onside. 4 runs. Freebie this time. Another boundary to him.
And Mbaldenia is under some pressure. That's 2 fours in the over so far. One was chucked through mid-wicket. Now this one down to the vacant fine leg, swept away by Nkrumah Bonner. Something isn't quite right. I don't know if something is wrong with Nkrumah Bonner. Probably not feeling well. Sitting down. A bit of grimace on his face as the physio comes out. Yes, something certainly isn't right with him. Getting a stretch, maybe the hamstring. It has been extremely hot, Samuel Badri, and this heat could sap your energy much more than you think.
That single brings up the 100 partnership. It's the 6th third wicket partnership of 100 or more. West Indies versus Sri Lanka. And for you stats guru out there, it's the first time of that 6 that the partnership does not involve Brian Lara. So the previous 5 occasions Brian Lara has been involved. This is the first time that he's not 100 partnership. Then Nkrumah Bonner and Kalmeers. Kalmeers on 49 now. That is 50 in Kalmears. Another landmark for him. The last time he got past 50, he got an unbeaten 210 Kalmears.
Certainly he's playing well, Palmeiras. Another 50 to his name.
Well watched, competently and confidently done. 181 for 2. And that will be tea here on the final day of the first test match. And the trend continues. No wicket in this period. We've seen that on days 3 and 4. We've seen it today again on day 5. West Indies camp will feel very pleased with this effort. 27 overs, 90 runs, but more importantly, that wickets column, 0. Sri Lankans, well, they've toiled really hard. Nothing to show for it in that session. Yesterday evening, we saw the fall of John Campbell. Today, Craig Brathwaite. But beyond that, it's been all about Nkrumah and Kalmears. 84 and 50 respectively. Partnership of 103. 181 for 2 at this stage. The bowlers, Vishwa Fernando and Lassit Embaldini, the successful ones for Sri Lanka. But they've all tried. They've all attempted to get that wicket. Hasn't happened just yet. Not for lack of effort though. And this is where we are at the moment. After 4 days, we're into the 5th day. It's ebbed and flowed. Shift in momentum. Sri Lanka behind on days 1 and 2, 169. They were shot out 4. West Indies had a lead of 102. They made 271. Then Sri Lanka roared back for 476. Nisanka top scored on debut, 103. Kemar Roach picked up another 3-wicket haul. And then in pursuit, West Indies 181 for 2. Still 194 to win. But more importantly, 8 wickets in hand in that final session. Intriguing test match, entertaining, enthralling, captivating.
Edge and gone. It was wide outside the off stump. Lured Kalmears into the shot. Outside edge found. Early wicket, post tee.
Well, I'm sure he was probably warned about that before tea. He would not have been happy. Kalmears outside, just wide, a little bit of turning, a little bit of juggling, but a simple catch in the end. And I'm sure when he goes in and see the replay of that, he'll be not very happy with himself. It's 183 for 3.
Been pushed down the ground. This should have enough to go into the boundary line, yes. And Nkrumah goes to 90 now.
He's now leveled his highest score in Test cricket. Did so on the tour of Bangladesh, where he played so well, so elegantly.
Well watched by Nkrumah. That delivery from Lakmal that angles into the right-hander. We'll need to see this one again. Was in the air, fell just before the fielder.
West Indies, 193 for 3. Need another 182 runs to win. Sri Lanka need 7 wickets. As umpire Gregory Brathwaite just waving that the new ball has been taken.
Such a wonderful greeting. If you're in Nkrumah anyway.
A gentle loosener from Fernando. And was slapped square of the wicket through the backward point region for 4.
They go for the review.
TV umpire to director. We have a players review for LBW. The original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Can we have front on spin vision? Okay, can you rock and roll that? Keep rolling, keep rolling. Okay, there's gap between bat and ball. Can we go straight to ball tracking when it's available? It's pitching outside, off, impact in line, wickets, umpire's call. Can we go back to the on-field umpire? Joel, stay with your not out decision, you're on screen.
Sri Lanka will retain their last review. Not sure what kind of shot that was from Jermaine Blackwood.
Just clipped the back leg. Jermaine Blackwood trying a big shot down the ground, which is certainly uncalled for at this time. Very lucky to be there.
You think he's still going for it? Blackwood, that is. A little injury for Niroshan Dikwela.
Another good delivery. Pitched and left Jermaine Blackwood.
That is the end of Jermaine Blackwood. You could almost sense it coming from Vishwa Fernando. For the second time in the match, Blackwood is bowled.
Good delivery, a hint of swing as well. From around the wicket, the angle and a hint of swing into Jermaine Blackwood. Knocked him over. Fernando. And Jermaine Blackwood has to go. He made 4. West Indies, 204 for 4. Continues to bowl extremely well. Chimera, look at that. Pitched in line and leg cut. Just missing the outside edge of Jason Holder's bat. Turned him around as well.
And there it is. A maiden test century for Nkrumah. Look what it means to the Jamaican. He showed his worth in Bangladesh. And he's brought his form to Antigua.
The realization of a childhood dream. And Nkrumah Bonner becoming the 87th West Indian to score a Test match century.
That's a beautiful shot. That will run away. A boundary. I'm sure some relief in the West Indian camp. Just a bit of tension started to build there. Jermaine Blackwood lost his wicket.
Elegantly played by Jason Holder.
Oh, and that's gorgeous. We talked about him looking elegant. And that was another beautiful shot. 4 runs.
Over pitch delivery. Yeah, kept his head down. Was focusing on his form as against power.
Oh, that was neat, tucked away. And a boundary to end the over. 9 off of it. The Windies 222 for 4.
Goes the one towards the third man boundary from Jason Holder. And gets there. Not in control entirely. Boundary nonetheless.
Just opening the face a little bit, Jason, using his height and just rolling the wrist over it a little bit, finding the gap nicely, but well timed.
Too straight. This time, does it have the legs to go all the way? It does. Just about. So well timed from Jason Holder. Teased the fielder all the way to the boundary. What a delivery. Bounce and turn from Embaldinha. 232 for 4. Look at this delivery from Embaldinha. Good hang time. Not too quick. Slashed away from Nkrumah Bonner. And gets the boundary with short dispatched.
Got a chance of using the arm, and he frees up quite nicely. With the width, thank you very much. No danger, there's no fielder placed there. Take himself 4 runs. Keeping his head still and deliberately playing it down there.
236 for 4. Keep your eyes on Dimut Karnaratne and what he does. 4 overs into this 15. Yes, he does. And shake hands with Nkrumah Bonner. And that's the end of this, the first Sandals Test match, and this 2-match series ends in a draw. Both these teams played really good cricket to get themselves in dominant position at times. But in the end, nothing to separate the West Indies from Sri Lanka. Confirmation that the match is drawn. We've seen some superb performances throughout the course of this match. Pathum Nissanka debut Test 100, the 4th Sri Lankan to do so, and the first outside Sri Lanka. Tirimana, 2 half-centuries in this Test match. Really solid at the top of the order for Sri Lanka. Have they found another reliable and dependable player? Mickey Arthur, all smiles. Quite a different scenario from day 1 when they were shut out for 169. The second innings belonged to the West Indies and their batsmen. And this man in particular, he can smile now, and so he should. Really resolute and stoic in the second innings. dispassionate, unemotional, and did the job that was required of him. Appreciations for their efforts all around. Both these teams will go into that second test match with all to play for. Nice to see players, coaching staff having a light moment and appreciating the efforts of each other. Lakmal really toiled, especially in the second innings. Tremendous performer for Sri Lanka. He will be called upon, I'm sure, in the second test match, as would Kima Roach, who just loves bowling at this venue. "36 wickets for Kima Roach at the Sir Viv Richards Stadium. Phenomenal performance from him. This is the batting card, and Nkrumah Bonner, maiden test match century, 113 unbeaten, 274 deliveries, the most that he's faced in his career in terms of balls faced. Jason Holder, with him unbeaten on 18, but useful contributions from Kyle Mayers. Don't forget that. 52 from him. The bowlers, been a really tough day out in the field. Fernando picked up 2 along with Lasset Embaldinia. Nothing else from the other bowlers, but you can't fault them for efforts. Chamira ran in consistently. Lakmal was patient, but wicketless. Resistance from the West Indian batsmen. Really pleasing to see from a West Indian standpoint that the young batsmen are taking that opportunity, grasping it with both hands and putting a value on their wicket. It's not something that we've seen of late. So good signs for West Indies cricket. The Sri Lankans, well, they found a diamond, haven't they, in Pathum Nissanka. Sri Lanka, 169 in the first innings. Jason Holder, 5-wicket haul. Tirimana, 70. West Indies second innings, 271. Overall lead of 102. And that was wiped away by the Sri Lankans, 476. Pathum Nissanka, magnificent 103. In the end, West Indies closed on 236 for 4, and Nkrumah Bonner unbeaten on 113, which means that this is a drawn test match.